The stock market is this fascinating multi-billion-dollar international financial trading market. Traders buy and sell shares of companies, and by doing so, they shape our financial world. Surely you've thought about being part of this at some point. You might have thought that you could have been a trader in the stock market, reading the latest news to find out which companies are going to be the next big hit. In any case, the stock market is pretty cool. But the stock market? It's only for big shots, working in banks, right? The guys wearing sharp suits, matching ties, and screaming down the phone to do the deal of the century. Are you still here? That means you're still interested in the stock market. But you don't have the suit with the matching tie, and you aren't the sort of guy who screams and yells over the phone, right? The good news is that you don't need any of those to become a stock trader. What you need are shares. Anyone can do this, and you certainly don't need to work for a bank. So we're going to explain what shares are, how to get them, and how to trade them. And just for the record, shares are also called stocks. A share is one unit of ownership of a company. Not any company though. Your ex-girlfriend's father's local grocery store, Uncle's Apples, doesn't really count. Apart from the fact that you never developed a good relationship with him and he banned you from seeing your beloved one. His grocery store isn't a public company, so you can't buy shares in it yet. Okay, it seems that his business is doing pretty well, and he has decided that now is the time to make the company partly owned by the public so he can sell part of his company to people and use the money for investment. Now, Uncle's Apples is a public company. A certain percentage of its ownership is in the hands of the public, and if you wish, you can buy part of it. In other words, you can buy shares of Uncle's Apples and become a shareholder. The problem is that you can't just go to the grocery shop and buy the shares. It simply doesn't work like that. Besides, you don't want your ex-girlfriend's father to know that you plan to invest in his company. The way it works is by contacting a broker. And because these days everything works online, the brokers are contacted online. The broker is the middle person between you and the stock market. You will buy and sell shares through the broker. So let's go. You can visit the Tradimo website where you will find a broker section. Sign up with the broker, and once there, choose the company you want to buy shares from. Here it is, Uncle's Apples. The main reason that anyone will buy a share of a company is to make money. They believe they will either get a return from dividend payments, or that the demand for the shares they buy will increase and they will be able to sell them at a later date for a profit. So now that you have some shares of Uncle's Apples, you can decide. Either you hold the shares and wait for the company to make more profit and expect a dividend payout, or you can trade these shares. Well, we didn't get into the stock market to just buy some shares and do nothing with them, right? Let's have some fun. If Uncle's Apples' health is very good and is expected to grow, there will be other people out there interested in buying shares of the company in order to benefit from dividends. Or they may just want to sell them later because they believe they will increase in price even more. In short, the better Uncle's Apples does in the markets, the more demand for the shares there will be. If there is more demand, the price of the shares will increase. So if you sell the shares once its price has increased, you will make money. Simply because you will be selling at a higher price than what you spent buying them. On the other hand, if Uncle's Apples is forecasted to have low profits, its shares will decrease in value. As a trader, you will probably want to sell the shares now and buy them again later when the price is low. Hopefully then, the shares will increase in value again and you will have made a profit. You can actually sell any company's shares even if you don't own them, using a mechanism facilitated by the broker called short selling. But wait! Don't just sell them with no reason. How do you know that Uncle's Apple shares will go down or up? Okay, your ex-girlfriend's father isn't the kindest of men. He is rude, has a very old-fashioned moustache, and you never know what he's thinking because those massive sunglasses permanently hide his eyes. But those aren't decisive factors when dealing with your finances. At Tradimo, you will find all the information you need to understand when, how, and why to buy or sell stocks. It is a learning process that is fun and exciting from the beginning. You will learn the methods to determine whether the shares of the company will go up or down in different ways, like checking the company reports, reading about its economic expectations from different sources, and analyzing the charts that show price movements. In the end, your ex-girlfriend's father, the owner of the now multinational supermassive global Apple store, will be so proud of your investment that he will lift the ban to meet his daughter. After all, turns out she's been trading shares all this time and has made a fortune. So it seems you found your soulmate. You will be back together and you will live happily ever after. The end. Please note that Tradimo will not be held responsible if the man or woman of your dreams doesn't come back to you after a successful trading history.